This is Nick, my good friend. He messaged me a few days ago basically saying that his business is falling apart. And as a favor, I analyzed the situation, and in just a few minutes, I told him that we are going to scale him up faster to 30k a month than most of these rented Lambo gurus. Not because I have like a magic wand and I can solve every problem in his business, like Voldemort in Harry Potter saying like, business oh fix so, but because there was only one thing that he was doing completely wrong, and it can be fixed. Now the only sad part is that he told me he's right now working with 2 coaches and none of them were able to actually give him advice that could be implementable and save his business. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I showed him, so you can fix it in your own business and scale to $30,000 per month. Now, the reason I can say this with confidence is because this is what I've been doing for years. I've been working with coaches and consultants, fixing the exact bottlenecks that keep them stuck. And for example, there was one client who we have just solved one single problem in their sales process and they generated an extra $15,000. Or another who we worked with 2 years. Like just in the first 90 days of working together, we generated 37 million views for them. The first video we generated for them got 60 million views or some shit like that. And I personally made $21,000 and $700 in 47 days using the exact same thing that I'm going to show you right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Roll the clip.
Push forward. So I'm now in panic mode because I'm like, there's two, well, what I have done is I've just said fuck off to everyone now, because it's too distracting. It's too distracting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, what do I do? And I thought, right, there's only 2 people that I actually like chatting to. And one of them's Owen, my coach, who's, you know, he's the same. He's just like, man, don't listen to anything and just keep plowing. But I do feel that I've hit a bit of a bottleneck, as in I've got the VSL at the moment, but I'm not really driving it anywhere. You know, it's sat in a fucking link tree in my bio.
Yeah.
And Owen said, right now we need to be working on a creative to get a paid ad behind it so we can see what it does. He said, people can't make comments. He said, it's not technically really out there. So someone can rip it to pieces, but we don't know whether it works or not until we put paid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought I'd have a chat with you and see what your thoughts are on everything.
I will go through them. I have some other takeaways from here because I don't really do ads. I'm more focused on the organic side. And if you're in a budget, like ads is not really a good idea because ads is like you burn some thousands and then you break even. And after that, you profit. You have a great ROI. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through everything that I thought of. And to be transparent with you, I feel like what happened in your scenario is not the fact that you weren't able to convert through your IG or through your profile, but more like you don't have the lead flow. And that's the main issue you need to solve. Mm-hmm. And that's really the main bottleneck I see, because if you check out like the views you're getting, it's like, mate, that's the main thing we need to solve.
Okay.
How are you expecting to get, clients on a consistent basis if you're averaging 500 to 600 on like your videos? That's really low. And I basically break it down to 4 different things, which kind of I think is important for you, and how I would do them. I'm gonna go through them one by one. And I haven't digged into your videos like as what would I change on the videos, more like the overall strategy, because changing what's inside the video requires much more depth, but how I'll explain the strategy will make sense for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at like what you're doing and everything, and I'm gonna start with the traffic, and your biggest issue is right, the lack of a lead flow. And that's the main bottleneck I would solve first. The question is how I would solve it. And I call it the brain rot top of funnel videos. Now, what's happening on IG is, let's say 2 years ago, these types of videos which you're doing, where you have like, let's say just a talking head, would perform amazing. Like with these videos, you would be bringing in 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views, but compound it would work really well. Right now, the market is going through the extremes. And what I'm trying to say with that is there is a type of people who's just really consuming brain rot And there's the other people who are looking for the really aesthetic, nice looking, insane videos, which are like the valuable ones. I will show you an example from a guy I'm not quite sure you know about, but he is like a leader in this industry, like online coaching and consulting. And if you check out his latest videos, like the quality is insane. Like, for example, I think this is the video I watched. Like, you're not going to hear it, but I will try to make sure you will hear it fade. Right here.
With my setter for over 8 months, and today I had to fire my setter.
Yeah, I completely see that.
Like, he's being recorded by someone else. The camera quality is 4K. He has an insane setup. The audio quality is everything is just insane, right? And this is like one part of the market, and the other part is more like the brain rot, I would call. So what I would do is this. Most short-form platform viewers, brains are just turned off. So I would just place in front of them smart brain rot. And I will give you, and I have here 3 examples. The first example is this one. I'm going to stop this video if it loads. This is not directly, I think, for you, but it will make sense in a second. Can you hear it?
No.
I will make sure you can hear it.
Schedule your day the night before, do something hard every morning, go to the gym daily, read 10 pages daily, date to marry, stop doom scrolling, learn sales, learn marketing, stop taking poor people's advice, drink caffeine before you work, practice delayed gratification daily, if you have a skill, teach it, build proof before you build a product, your phone is a tool, not entertainment, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself until you get to where you want to be. Act broke.
So why do I say this is smart brain rot? You kind of learned nothing. You felt like you were doing something, but did your life change? No. Are you going to implement anything? Most likely no. Yeah, I felt great. I listened to the 22 rules for a successful life. I'm such a great person, but nothing fucking is changing. This is like the smart brain rot. And this is genuinely to attract a big pool of people. But let's go and use a different example. I will share it on my screen again. And this is something you would potentially watch because it's directly for coaches and consultants. And this is, again, a smart brain rot. You will see it.
Skills get you views, transformations build trust, and education gets you leads. Hooks get you views, proof builds trust, and a CTA gets you leads. Trends get you views, belief shifting content builds trust, and positioning gets you leads. Your content gets you views, your profile builds trust, and your stories get you leads. Now, if you want a full breakdown on how you can actually use what we went through and make a ton of money with your content, comment inputs, and I'll send it over.
Okay, again, feels good. You think you're learning something, but can you actually change what's happening inside your business? Most likely, no, because this is something you already understood, right? Like, Reels will get me views. If I do a call to action, it will get me some clients. This was all clear for most of the people. But in a format like this, it's like, wow, like, this is good. Like, I actually like it. And let me show you a different example. Now, this is, again, a completely different example with smart brain rot, but you will understand my point when we finish all of these examples.
生意
不错，你猜看，我上一个月赚到多少？
140。
那么高啊！
你上次你给我讲的是你已经过120多了嘛？100，更高150啊。
150。
你要分我多少？
我
你不用养妈妈。
我分你一半。
哎呦，这么好？不可能的。班长讲你要分我多少？
你要多少？你要多少？我就给你。
不要再。
So all of these videos had more than 1 million views, and it's like you're like, wow, this is actually like really good, and you like the videos and these sorts of things. But this is the thing where all of these videos are literally created for short form content, just to have people watch it feel good for a second, then check you out. Because when you see the video like this, you get your mom reaction to making 150K a month at 19, you for sure check out this guy, like what is he doing and whatnot. Just in like the other examples, when you see a guy explaining with a high quality like camera, these, I would say, like reels get you views, this, that, blah, blah, blah. You will go and check out his profile. Like, what is he exactly doing? Okay, he helps coaches build leverage, da, 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 da. And I know that this guy with these videos hit like 100K plus in February when these videos actually blew up for him. So just, I want to show you another example. And after that, I will the conclusion. This is a good friend of mine. He had a similar video get 147,000 views.
This feels good. This actually makes you money. This feels good. This actually makes you money. This feels good. This actually makes you money. Stop focusing on the things that feel good and focus on the things that genuinely make you money. This feels
Again, it's very simple, quickly understandable, and you're in a position where you feel good. You watch the video, you feel good. And these videos have a huge blow up potential. Like it got like 147,000 views. And now here's another video that is blowing up for him, but like, but this is the conclusion which I want to get to. Let's go to this tab. What you need to do is create these smart brain rot videos, but not just any kind of videos, but for your niche. Because most people, again, their brains are turned off. It's not simple enough. They are not going to stay and watch. And so, literally, what I would do in your scenario right now is publish a bunch of videos like this. I would search for viral videos. For example, these, I would take what made it viral. So if I share my screen, entire screen, we can quickly hop. So if we look at this video, 22 rules for a successful life. Okay, what made it successful? A lot of rules for something people desire. Okay, what if I do 17 rules for a successful barbershop or like something like that? And what else do we have? Where is the other videos? From Jesse Burchell, like ranking what gets clients, agencies. In a similar situation for you, ranking like what grows a barbershop, right? And you create simple videos like this based on what's already working. You take what it actually made it viral, change it to your audience, and create and publish. And you do not overthink this. Like this just has to be as simple as possible, created and published. And literally, in my opinion, this would be the most useful thing for you right now on your IG, because that's the issue. You don't have enough lead flow. There is good reasons to create videos where you go more in depth, but there is with a lack of lead flow, you should be focusing on that more. So really the 80-20 for you are videos that for some reason went viral, you can replicate for your audience, your niche, and it can go viral for you as well. So does this so far make sense?
Yeah, it does. Question, are we attracting the right clients though? Because I know my numbers are low, but it is very niche. You know, if we're trying to show videos to the whole world and even people in business, I'm just barbershop owners. So I've got quite a niche, thing. Do we want to dumb it down enough for them?
This is an amazing question. And this is how we usually do it for clients and for ourselves. Have you heard about the dream follower compared to the ICP?
Yeah, like your dream avatar, yeah?
Yeah. So how I would think about it is IG is not a platform where you're trying to attract your ICP. It's a platform where you're trying to attract your dream follower. And the only difference is your dream follower is not yet qualified to work with you by either investments, like they don't have the enough money, or let's say they are not working in that job. So let me give you an example. If my ICP are coaches who are making, let's say, $5,000 to $10,000 a month, they have a client acquisition problem, and I help them solve that. That's my ICP. My dream follower could be a coach and consultant with the same traits, beliefs, and like overall dreams, goals as my ICP, but they are not yet qualified. Let's say they are making only $1,000 a month. That can mean that they have similar issues, similar problems, but I personally wouldn't work with them yet. And so what I'm trying to do on IG is cast a bigger net. And when I cast a bigger net, I only work with the people who are actually qualified for me. But the bigger net is good because it compounds. Like, let's say 1 or 2 or 3 months later, these people now can go or come and buy my program.
Gotcha.
Now, for you, it's a very hard situation because you are targeting a very segmented market. It's like barbershop owners. But I do believe if you calculate the number in like Canada, US, UK, France, Spain, Germany, like first world countries, you have a big pool of people. I don't think you should be worried about not being able to attract those.
Yeah. Okay.
But this is something you should test. So what I'm trying to say is do this. Create 2 dream avatars, and one is like the barbershop owner you want to talk to or you want to attract, but do not specify like how much they are making inside their barbershop or whatnot, but more like the qualities they have, the dreams they have, the goals, or how they are thinking. And then take that as the barbershop and then try to create one as a business owner as well. So what would be a dream avatar for a business owner? When you have these 2, create viral videos or like these brain rot top of funnel videos for both and see which one gets you more traction. Not just more traction, but which one actually gets you qualified followers. Because there could be a scenario where one video is targeted more for business owners and it gets you more of those barbershop owners. Because yes, barbershop owners are business people, right? So let's say end of the day, they sit down and scroll a little. They just find your video. It's for overall business people. They listen to it, check you out, and like, oh, this is my stuff. Let me follow you. So I cannot be certain which will work better for you. It's a test.
Yeah.
So the key takeaway is smart brain rot videos for you. Searching viral videos, taking what made it viral, changing it to your audience, and here you can test. Just let's say creating it for a barbershop owner, just creating for a business owner, whatever, and you create and publish.
Okay. Now, quick question on this. You wouldn't just create brain rot videos, would you? Like, would you use that more as like a discovery tool? And then
this is the quick warning I wanted to say.
Okay.
This is not all that you should publish. This is not.
Yeah.
You should have some stories and authority videos, but keep always in mind your biggest bottleneck, which are leads. And there is no point in really doing anything else besides getting a lot of views and leads. This is the 80-20 for you. But if you only focus on getting leads, what happens is you will become like those gym fitness or like gym trainers or personal trainers who create videos like the 3 tips for building more muscle on the biceps. They don't have an audience. They just have followers, which is not what you want. You want both. But the 80-20 is views and the views firstly, and after that the rest, like stories and authority videos. So how do it specifically is, let's say I publish 2 viral videos, like one like Monday viral, Tuesday viral, Wednesday a story. Again, 2 viral videos, another story. And as well with your stories, try to make it as potential for virality as possible, if that makes sense.
Okay. I need to study viral videos a bit, I think.
Yeah, like that's important. Okay, this would be like the traffic part, because if you would have this dialed in, you would be in a much better scenario because people naturally reach out. If you tell a story how you helped X grow your business, they just reach out like, hey man, like I'm really struggling with my barbershop, help me. That's all. You can have that. But the problem with smart brain rot content is you will get people checking you out. That doesn't mean they would trust you and buy from you. Like that's the issue. So what do? This is really important. You need pinned posts. That's the first thing. And there are 3 pinned posts to transform brain rot viewers into diehard fans. A is a case study, which is the results you generated for yourself and your clients. B is a story. What is the backstory that you had that led up here? And C is how. If someone wants if someone wants what you or your clients achieved, why should they work with you? And the answer is, what makes your mechanism, how you are helping barbershop owners, different than everyone else in the market? It can be time, it can be a unique way of doing it, or something that makes it unique that they have to be working with you. Now, is this clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. This is something I want to touch on. Story. You have to be very specific because we attract the people who we are. And when we tell our story, if someone resonates with one part of that story, they will follow you for that reason. So what happened once is I was on a podcast or interview, whatever you want to name it, and I told my story how when I was a little kid, like young teenager, 14 to up to like 16, 17, I was working in my dad's construction company, like in the summertime. And someone spent a whole day trying to search me up on IG because of that and tell me that it resonated so much with me, like resonated a lot, and he wants to work with me. And I was just genuinely it was crazy. Like, you never talk to me, right? You hear my story, and even my IG link is not there. He told me he spent the whole day trying to find my IG, trying my variations of my name and everything to find me up. And it's like, just because he resonated with that part of the message. So what you need to do here is, again, think about what is the type of person you want to attract, and how can you intentionally tell your story in that way so that person resonates with it. So if you want to attract people who have big goals, name it. Like, name how, let's say you were 20 something, you were doing X, you wanted to have achieve this big result, and you got into you took the risk, right? And so make sure you tell your story in the way that the person who you want to attract would resonate with it.
Yeah.
That's really all. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So if you have these pin posts dialed in, you should expect a pool of interested people with the traffic, because people see case studies, people see stories like your story and why your mechanism is unique. But that doesn't immediately mean they will buy, because of the 7-11-4 rule: 7 hours of content consumed on 11 touch points and 4 platforms. So what you need secondly is YouTube. Now, to be completely transparent, your best guess with YouTube would be hiring me and my team, right?
Yeah.
Because we generated 37 million views in just 90 days for our client. But I will give you the 80-20. I will give you the 80-20. So regarding YouTube, you have the exact game plan. This is content creation for YouTube. And let's get into it. So what you're going to do on YouTube, you select a problem. Anytime you want to create a content, you will select a problem. It can be growing a barbershop. After that, you're going to validate the market need. You search up the problem and look for videos about that topic or amount of views on the videos. If there are no videos about that topic, you have to avoid that because there is no demand. If there are videos but no views, you can avoid that topic And if there are videos and views, you continue the process, you will create this video. So you have a problem, you have validated the market need, you now know everything is going to work, you need the packaging. For starting out for you, specifically for nurturing, you have an IG audience you want to nurture. You don't want to complicate, like attract a big audience from YouTube. You don't want to deal with that. What you do is you search a title format that works and use it. You search up a thumbnail format that works and use it. And quick tip, as I think I already shown you once, you can ask AI to create the thumbnail for you just with your face. So you go onto YouTube, you see a good thumbnail format, you realize that this could work well with your title. You go to AI and be like, hey, please switch out the subject from this thumbnail to the one you can see in this image. You will upload the two images, one of the thumbnail, one of your face, and like a picture of you, and it will do that for you. You have a thumbnail. Done. You don't have to worry about it. Fourth is the hook. You have the idea, it's validated, you have the packaging, you have the hook. Three things, it's not complicated. What is this video about? Why should I care about that? Why should I listen to you? If you have those, that's all. If you answer these 3 questions, you won. Like, congratulations. Like, literally, people are not that complicated. If you really reason it well, people will listen. Fifth is the script. How do you script the video? Just solve the problem. Go step by step and solve the problem. Like what you initially started solving. Sixth is recording and editing. Go and record with good quality audio and footage, camera quality. And don't care about anything. Like, anything doesn't matter at all, in my opinion. You can delete the poses, the arms and ahs, but that's all. You shouldn't care about anything else. You're here to provide value, not to like make people consume brain rot, right? And the 7 is publishing, and this is actually important, so I had to write it down. Select 1 day out of a week which you're going to publish. Select 1 hour on that day, and publish every week on that date. That's all. And you do this process weekly.
What, same time, same day, every week? Yeah.
Yes. YouTube will love that consistency.
Okay. And how long are we talking about for these videos? Are you talking keep them quite short, 5 minutes, or do you?
However long it takes to solve the problem.
Okay.
For example, there was a video, and I got to show you this, like why this is important. Not necessary playlist. The videos that tend to work the best are the ones that solve the problem, like I would say, the fastest.
Okay.
So there is one video which I want to show you, which really answers this. The 1-minute trick that killed my phone addiction. There is a guy who uploaded it. This video is 52 seconds. If this video is 10 minutes, you're not going to watch it. Like, this is a 1-minute trick. How does it take 10 minutes to explain? This video got 268,000 views. It's like done almost 100 times better than the average video on this channel. And one of the reasons is because it's short. So think about the problem you're trying to solve, how much time it takes, go ahead and do it in that period. So if you think about growing a barbershop, if you know there is 7 steps that is required for someone to go from point A to point B, just go ahead and do that. Like, you don't have to shorten it. You don't have to like lengthen it for no reason. You go through the steps, whatever is important, and that's all. Now, one extra thing I want to say here is explain the what and not the how. So I hope until now everything is clear, because I'm just trying to give you as much information as possible.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, you can very quickly get clients if you do it properly. If not, if you show them everything, yes, they are going to buy from you. But there is a way to show them everything and increase the conversion rates. So a lot of people are afraid of like, oh, Robert, I will share everything on YouTube. Why would they buy from me? Because it depends on what you are sharing. You can share what is required, and you can share how to do that. This is like the knowing of how, like what, and this is the implementation. You can share the information, but the implementation, you should sell the implementation. So, for example, in your scenario, if you want to create a video about how to grow a barber shop, and you know that, let's say, you need a proper like barbers inside your business, that's one of the steps that you need to explain. You can go and talk about like the things to look for in a barber, but you shouldn't explain your step-by-step process around hiring, like what you do literally, because people are going to be like, okay, I must steal it, see ya, and they are never going to buy. So in this example, like this part of YouTube, or what I explained for you just earlier, if I had to place this into a YouTube video, like this is explaining how to do things. So I shouldn't just place this into a YouTube video, because it's like now almost every single person understands like exactly what to do, right? But yeah, I'm kind of yapping, so I have to stop because I will go too in depth for no reason. So I hope it makes sense so far.
Yeah, it does. It does. You
Perfect.
yap away, Rob. You yap as much as you want.
Yeah, until it helps, for sure. So the last step around YouTube is creating more bridges from your IG, your YouTube. You have to place into your bio link, your highlights. You have to send it in DMs. You need pin posts, and you need random call to actions inside Reels.
Okay.
I don't think this is anything that has to be questioned. I like to make all of my pin posts, or at least 2 of them, lead back to YouTube video. So people are naturally like have to go through there if they commented on a specific call to action, right? And some videos, just as one I showed here, I don't know which one, had a call to action like, hey, if you want the full breakdown, comment down this word. You should have call to actions like that inside your Reels sometimes, which leads to YouTube videos.
And do you, because I'm using all of my Reels, I post them to YouTube Shorts. Do you think I should be making them YouTube videos instead? Because some of them are 2 minutes long, or do you think keep them as shorts?
I would keep them as shorts. I wouldn't publish any shorts as long form content. Long form content and short form content are completely different. So if you publish a short form content for a long form viewer, they're going to hate you. And if you're going to publish long form content for a short form content viewer, they're going to hate you as well. So you need to play by their own rules.
Gotcha.
Perfect. So if you have traffic and if you build trust with your pin post and YouTube, really the only thing is your funnel, right? How are you going to convert? And this is where I'm going to have the most controversial advice to all the advice you got, which is you shouldn't worry about your funnel. Right now, specifically for you, you do not have enough leads or the validation yet. You need to simplify as much as you can while having the highest likelihood of converting. So this is what I would do, like as simple as possible. I would just have one Calendly people can book, one confirmation page, and one pre-call nurturing sequence. If you, I think, make it more complex, you're going to have a less of a chance from converting right now. And I want to explain firstly why with the Calendly. When you don't have enough leads, you shouldn't have a VSL to convert. You would lose more sales. And why is that? Because you haven't validated yet what sounds the best to the ICP. The VSL would be a waste of time because it's not what truly the leads want.
Okay.
To be specific, you can go on a sales call. You can have multiple sales calls and try different variations of your pitch. Try different variations of what you are selling, like saying it differently, and what gets the best responses. You know that, hey, this is what actually people want. Let me take this and sell it to my customers in a VSL. because the VSL's goal should be like making your sales calls easier. But if your VSL is not yet fully validated by having enough sales calls behind it, it's just going to be a waste of time because you're not sure what exactly they want.
Mm-hmm.
Until you have, like, I don't know how many sales calls you had. I cannot give you a perfect rundown, but when you have enough and you kind of feel like you know what to say on each call to make sure you get the closed deal, that's when I would convert it into a VSL.
Okay.
But
Okay.
right now, for you, is just a Calendly page with 3 days into the future. And that's a problem you have. I can come here, book a call with you, and I can book it for like end of April. Like, what's the chance of me showing up at the end of April if I book a call right now?
Yeah, yeah. How do you change that though? Is that I didn't even know that was the thing you can change.
I will show you. I only allow 3 days in the future, and I will tell you why. Like, there was one of my mentors did a study on like a bunch of calls, and what they found is if when you had more than 3 days in the future, someone booked at the 4th day, the show up rate got cut in half.
Wow. Okay.
Nothing you done, it just got cut in half. It didn't matter anything. Like, you couldn't do anything. So you go into Calendly, you have a discovery call. Come here. Here on the right, you have the details and you have availability. Invites can schedule 5 days into the future with at least 4 hours notice. You can change this right here to 3 days, and that's all. Okay?
Oh, one. Okay. Yeah.
That's all. And you can change this to either calendar days or weekdays. I haven't tested this, honestly, because the calendar days, if you're on Friday and Saturday and Sunday are turned off for you, like you're unavailable on Saturday and Sunday, what will happen is it will only show Monday. But if you have weekdays, it will show Monday, Tuesday, Monday, yes, Tuesday and Wednesday. I would have it on calendar days. That's how I've seen it personally with the funnels I've checked.
Okay.
So this is clear now, okay?
Yeah, yeah. That's great.
Now, maybe you have a question like, where do actually people book from? Like, how do actually people book from your Calendly? Because with a Calendly, it's not like a VSL that people understand like what you're doing, right? It's more like you need to push them a little. So people book through your Calendly by YouTube videos, through your DMs, and story sequences. I would never have just a Calendly inside in my bio or on a link tree. I would make them go watch my YouTube videos from my bio and get them to book a call from there.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Calendly. I think you do not have to complicate it more than that. You just need a fuck ton of leads who can actually go and book a call with you.
Yeah.
The next thing is the confirmation page. Now, this is, in my opinion, really important. And the question is, what happens after leads book? If there is nothing, you're losing on a lot of deals. They have to be redirected to a confirmation page. And every confirmation page consists of a confirmation VSL, breakout videos, testimonials, and case study videos. Let me show you an example. This is two-way.
Can you
Go ahead.
link that from your Calendly then?
Yes, I will show you as well how to do that. Right here we have two-way. The guy who I showed just earlier made 150K at 19. They made with this exact funnel, I think they crossed $300,000 a month. So this is how their their confirmation page looks like. Your call is not confirmed. Make sure to do these 2 steps so you can confirm the call with us. And this is the confirmation VSL. If I start playing, I can stop it as well. You will quickly understand what's happening here.
It means you booked in to speak with me and my team. And first of all, I just want to thank you for putting your trust in us to even book with us. And I want you to watch this video all the way to the end because it's going to save you a lot of time on the call and it's going to give you a lot of clarity on the process that has worked over and over again for our clients so that you can actually come to a decision whether it's a yes or a no on our call. Now, one thing I want you to know before I even dive into our process and show you everything is that we don't actually sell on our calls. You know, if it's a good fit, we're going to pitch to you the offer, and if it makes sense, then we can work together. But there is no sales tactic. There is no manipulation. There is no urgency and none of that bullshit. Like, that's not how I want to sell. I want to work with you only if you 100% believe I can take you from point A to point B and if you're ready to make that transformation for yourself. And I want you to come to the card ready with a payment method, whether it's a credit card, debit card, whatever it is, and be ready to work together if it is a good fit so that we are both respective of our time and we can make the best use out of it. Okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into the resource. First thing I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and check your email and reply yes to confirm the event.
This is really important because when someone books a call through Calendly, it does not automatically place it onto their Google Calendar. What happens is it's just in the ether. You have to press on your Gmail the button, yes, I'm going to show up, and let's place it to my calendar to actually show it there. But you can watch this video because I linked it inside the my robot. I'm not going to watch through the whole because there's no point. So this is basically the confirmation visa. They explain that you need to press like yes to confirm. They after that go and talk about case studies and go through the step-by-step process they take with every client, take them from point A to point B. So literally like what you had in your VSL, those steps to go from A to Z, it could be right here and that would be a perfect fit. And this is just the confirmation VSL. There are more things here. One is what we call the frequently asked questions. Other terms, we call these breakouts. And why this is important is because breakouts are objection handling videos hidden as like frequently asked questions. None of them are frequently asked questions. These are just objections people have. And they just have it here. So you know if you are thinking about do I need a big following? You have this question in your mind. You can click here, it will allow the sound, and you can hear what's up. And they are going to just handle your objection, like you don't need it or whatnot, and blah, blah, blah. And so you need to have an understanding of what's your audience's biggest objections, and you can just place them here, and you're literally pre-handling their objections. So for my experience, like for what I've done, when I was pitching a lot of YouTube for a lot of clients, a lot of potential clients, I realized a lot of people had the question like, hey, did you work with my niche before? And I was like, I had enough of handling that objection. Like I had enough. I placed it there as like, hey, mate, YouTube has hidden principles which you understand. You will succeed. If you don't. There is no point in me having to work with your niche because if you understand how people consume videos, you can make it work with any niche. But yes, I have already worked with these niches before. I hope that answers the question. And after that, I never heard that objection. I never. So it's really just a lot of, it just makes it a lot easier. And after you have like these breakouts, you can just go and have client testimonials. Simple as that.
Gotcha.
So this is a confirmation page. This is what it's hide. Confirmation VSL. Confirms they come. Explains your unique mechanism. And call to action to consume your content. This is what I've done in my confirmation VSL. Is I place the call to action at the end, like, hey mate, I want you to actually check out this as well. This is going to be a simple video that explains even more. And that leads to a specific YouTube video, which I want them to watch. So it's just even more assets, more nurturing, more spending more time with me. The next is the breakout videos, handling objections, testimonials, and case studies so people believe you more.
Okay.
So far, though, is it all making sense?
Yeah. So that's not after a VSL. That's more if I'm in the DMs, I have a chat with someone, we get them to book a call through Calendly. This is like the thank you page, but with loads of information.
Yeah, exactly. And how you set it up is like this. I will tell you. You come here to more options on the same calendar, and there is this thing, confirmation page. redirect to an external site. Right now for you, it's either this, display a confirmation page, or it's nothing. So you have to press redirect an external site, and it has to be your confirmation page. For me, this is it right now. And that's really all.
So I can send it to a landing page that's just got a video on it.
Yeah, basically. It's like I put this on in Framer. It's a completely free tool to use to create websites. I place the video there, and that's all. I just, as you can see, I don't even have a domain attached to it. Like there is no domain. Like this is like framer.website. It doesn't matter that much. Like they just need to see the video. They just need to see. And just right now, I'm creating the new frequently asked questions for myself because my offer did change a little. So yeah, makes sense?
Yeah, I got you. I mean, the frequently asked
Perfect.
questions, if I had a one-page website like that, I could put a video on saying thanks, and then could I have just text for the frequently asked questions, or is it better to do everything in video?
Video. People
Okay.
hate reading, mate. Like, bro, they are coming from short-form content like IG. If they book a call, like, they do not want to read it. If they see there's a video, like, oh my God, I'm going to listen to it because this is a question I had. And it's like, their objection is handled. So I would do a video for each one. And how I've done it is literally, like in the past, I placed my camera down, I recorded 3 looms back to back to back about each objection I had in that time. Just placed it there, my old confirmation page. That's all. I didn't really, spend too much time worrying about it.
Okay, gotcha.
One thing you can do is if you do not know exactly how you should handle this objection, go to ChatGPT and be like, yo, mate, I have this objection out on my sales calls. Give me a good framework to handle this objection. Thank you. You go and record it. That's really all. And the last thing is the pre-call nurturing sequence. These are the emails people get after they booked a call with you and they have to appear. And this is a sequence of emails that consists of value, sends YouTube assets, and reminds them of the call. Now, depending on your show rate and close rate, you can go overboard with 3 emails a day for 3 days. And that's like 9 emails before they appear on the call. And it's literally almost like 9 YouTube assets they can go and watch. Of course, you do not want to place a YouTube asset into every video, like every email, but like 7 to 8 YouTube assets for sure. And that's like insane. Like if someone gets from you like 9 emails, it's filled with value, it's filled with testimonials, it's filled with objection handling, like objections they have. There is no chance you're not going to have them pre-nurtured and come to the call and want to buy your program. Or if you have a good show and close rate, you can just have 1 email a day. It really depends on how crazy you want to go with it based on what's happening right now. For some niches, 3 emails are just too much. Like, for example, I, as a person who works with business owners, 3 emails a day, they would cancel the call, mate. Like, they wouldn't come. Like, stop sending so many shit. Like, bro, like, I'm not going to come. But like, for a completely like B2C niche, like 3 emails a day could work.
Okay.
So I would try it out, which one works best for you. Yeah, this is the funnel.
How do I trigger those emails then? Do I have to, I mean, what's going to trigger those to be sent?
I done most of the setups for these inside Go High Level for our clients, but I will give you a quick rundown on how you do them. So you go to workflows.
Oh, you can do this in Calendly. Shit, Calendly's good, man.
Yes, you can do it. And you press new workflow. Inside the new workflow, what you do is you need a custom, like this is not good, but yeah, you just choose any one because you can change it. It's like having a custom. I usually choose the first one because the simplest. And you name it, what is this? Like, let's say first day, first email. Question is which event this will actually apply to. which calendar have to book through, so this is applied. I only have it to like the discovery call, because a client call, like you do not need 9 emails from me. You're the boat from me, like, mate, like you don't need it, right? So it's more like just a discovery call. When I have the discovery call, this is the most important thing. When this actually happens. And this is where you need to play around with details. How I usually do it inside Go High Level, I'm not quite sure how we should do it here. I have to kind of think about it. When this happens, new event is booked before event starts. Yes, this is the best way to do it. So what I would do is map out like let's say we have 3 emails. If we have just only 3 emails, it's really easy. Before event starts, we have the first email like in 72 hours, if I'm not mistaken. The next one is 48 hours, and the other is 24 hours before the call. Now, if you have a lot of emails, it's getting tricky, because how do you map out the emails? Oh, I have to go in depth, but let me explain. Let's say someone here sees your calendar and they can book 3 days into the future. Right. But they book on the second day, somewhere in the middle of the day. How you want these emails to be is like morning, noon, end of the day, all of them. Then how do you make sure this actually happens? Because like you cannot send this email to them previously, because it's going to be just too much. This is not 3 emails a day, it's going to be too much. So how you have to set it up is, if the event is before these, you do not send them, but these has to be sent. And I set this up a lot of times, and Go High Level is really easy. In Canada, I have no clue, mate, yet. So what I would do for you is just like 1 email a day, because that's easier. But this is how you have to think about it. Like if they book in the second day, middle of the day, you cannot send them 9 emails, because that's just too much, too crazy. But 3 emails, like on the first day, and 1 email on the other day, would work well. But I guess if you want to figure that out, go ahead. But besides that, let's say you want to have 3 emails, and you want to have 1 email a day. What you do is you do one which is like before event, 72 hours before the event. The other, and you say then you change the email. Right here, you write in all the value you want to send. Then you link a YouTube video. Just write in the link, youtube.com. Then people can go and click it now. And when this is done, you set it up, you press save, and that's all. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's done.
So it's definitely worth making sure that the Calendly's got a professional email rather than like a Gmail. Otherwise, it might not send those emails out. Yeah.
What you're trying to? Can you say it again? I'm not sure I got it.
So I've just got to make sure that my Calendly account has got my professional email rather than like a Gmail account, because otherwise it'll link the emails to like a Gmail account. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't deal with that. Calendly has their own email service that they send the notifications from.
Okay.
So when I sent you the this one, like you can see this came from notifications@calendly.com.
Okay, I gotcha.
I didn't have to deal with this at all. So that's what I would do. I would just use Calendly's own software and system. So yeah, that's the funnel. It's simple, easy.
Yeah.
You need, first of all, like let's recap. Traffic, like the smart brain rot videos. You just copy what works for your audience. You build trust by having the pin post done, and the YouTube every single week at the same time. Then we have the funnel. I wouldn't worry too much at this point. Calendly confirmation page, pre-call nurture sequence, and you send the Calendly, or the Calendly is every YouTube video's first link. In the DMs, you send the Calendly, and you have some story sequences that will have the Calendly. And that's what I want to talk about. The extras, which are 2 things you must do. Publish some kind of story every day. It doesn't have to be complex. It needs to be just either you telling some kind of story, you showing expertise, you sharing your life. You need to be on top of mind every single day. And you have to message every single new lead and appointment at them. That's really all. And the appointment setting has like the workflow have already been created for you, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's really what I would do in your scenario.
Wow, Rob, that is a lot of information.